Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I will discuss Lagrange linear partial differential equation of first order. See here, a linear partial differential equation of first order is of the form capital P small p plus capital Q small q is equal to R. This is the general form where capital P, capital Q and capital R are the functions of small x, y and z, where small p denotes del z by del x, small q denotes del z by del y, and this equation is called Lagrange linear equation. Now we will see the working rule of Lagrange linear equation. There are three steps to solve this equation. First step is we have to form the auxiliary equation. Now what is the auxiliary equation? Dx upon P equal to dy upon Q is equal to dz upon R. We substitute the value of capital P, capital Q and capital R. Now using this auxiliary equation, we have to find two different solutions. That will be our step 2. Okay, we name it as u of xyz equal to c1 and v of xyz equal to c2. Our third step is we have to write the solution as f of uv equal to 0. Now there are two methods to solve the auxiliary equation obtained in step 1. First method is grouping method and second method is method of multiplier. See, we have to find the two solutions using these two methods. It is not necessary that both the solution should be of the same method. Okay, one solution can be of grouping method and the other solution may be of method of multipliers. It depends on the method whichever is convenient to us according to the given equation. Okay, let us see some examples. See, we will see example 1. Solve yq minus xp equal to z. Our auxiliary equation is dx upon p equal to dy upon q equal to dz upon r. Coefficient of small p is minus x. So capital P will be minus x. Coefficient of small q is y. So our capital Q will be y and the rest one is z, that will be r. We substitute these values in this equation. We get our auxiliary equation as dx upon minus x equal to dy upon y equal to dz upon z. Now here it will be convenient for us to solve by grouping method. Now what is grouping method? Grouping method is we can take any two solutions or any two terms from this auxiliary equation and we can integrate it. Okay. See, first case we have taken dx upon minus x equal to dy upon y. Okay. Now this is easily integrable. So we can integrate it with respect to x and with respect to y. So dx upon minus x is minus log x, dy upon y is log y. We take some constant log c1. Taking log y to the other side, we get minus log x minus log y equal to log c1. Taking minus sign common, we get log x plus log y equal to log c1. According to the general rule of logarithm, we get log a plus log b equal to log ab. So here we get minus log xy equal to log c1. Taking minus sign to the other side, we get log xy equal to minus log c1. Okay, we can term this whole term as log c1 dash since it is a constant. Okay, taking the exponential power to remove logarithm, we get xy equal to c1 dash, which is our first solution. Now for the second solution, I am taking here dy upon y equal to dz upon z. You can also take first term and third term. Okay, so here we can integrate it easily. So 1 upon y is log y and 1 upon z is log z. Taking some constant log c2. Taking log z to the other side, we get log y minus log z equal to log c2. By basic rule of logarithm, we get log a minus log b is equal to log a by b. So here it is log y upon z equal to log c2. Taking the exponential power to remove logarithm, we get y upon x equal to c2 as our second solution. Now we will put this solutions in the form of f of xy comma y by x equal to 0. This is our required general solution. See here I have considered in first case as first and second term I am equating. Second solution I am equating second and third term. You can also take first and third term according to your convenience. Okay. Let us go with some more examples to have the clear idea. Solve p plus q equal to z. Auxiliary equation is dx upon p equal to dy upon q equal to dz upon r. Coefficient of small p is 1, so capital P equal to 1. Coefficient of small q is 1, so q equal to 1. Next part is z, that will be equal to r. Substituting this in the auxiliary equation, we get dx upon 1 equal to dy upon 1 equal to dz upon z. Here I am taking first two pair, dx upon 1 equal to dy upon 1, since it is easier to integrate. So on integrating, we get x equal to y plus c1. So x minus y equal to c1. This is our first solution. Now for second solution, I am taking second and third term. Again you can even take first and third term. Dy upon 1 equal to dz upon z. On integrating, we get y equal to log z plus c2. So y minus log z equal to c2 is my second solution. We can write this solution as f of x minus y and y minus log z equal to 0. So this is our general solution. This was the grouping method. Now we will see one example which we can solve by Lagrange multiplier method. Okay. See again. The question is, find the solution of y minus zp plus z minus xq is equal to x minus y. This is our auxiliary equation as we done above. Okay. Now the coefficient of small p is y minus z, that is our capital P. Coefficient of small q is z minus x, that is our capital Q. And the rest part is r, that is x minus y. We substituted this in the auxiliary equation, we get it this type of equation. Dx upon y minus z, dy upon z minus x equal to dz upon x minus y. See now taking as we can solve this by any of the method, But here we can easily see that by comparing the terms, we cannot integrate it easily as we done in example 1 and example 2. So here it is compulsory for us to use Lagrange multiplier method. So what this method suggests that we have to take here all three terms together, okay, and we can add, we can subtract, but the denominator portion we will get here as 0, okay. Suppose let me take for first part as we are choosing here multiplier as 1, 1 and 1. That is we are multiplying here all the three terms by 1, 1 and 1. So we get here dx plus dy plus dz, and we are adding it here, okay, we are adding it here. So we get here y minus z plus z minus x plus x minus y. We can see here that the denominator portion we are getting as 0. So according to Lagrange multiplier method, when the denominator here we are getting as 0, we can rewrite this equation as dx plus dy plus dz equal to 0. Now we can easily integrate it. So we get here x plus y plus z equal to C1. Okay. Now for second solution, we have to change our multipliers. So what I am doing it here is, I am multiplying the first term by x, second term by y, and the third term by z, and I am adding it. So we get here x dx plus y dy plus z dz. I am multiplying the corresponding denominators by x, y and z, and I am adding it here. Okay. Again, when I open this bracket, I am getting the lower part as 0. So what Lagrange multiplier method is saying, we can write this equation as x dx plus y dy plus z dz equal to 0. Again, we can easily integrate it. So we get as x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2 is equal to C2. Okay. So the general solution is f of x plus y plus z and x square plus y square plus z square equal to 0.
Now let us move towards our next example. Next example is solve for y minus z upon yz into p plus z minus x upon zx into q is equal to x minus y upon xy. First we need to simplify this equation and we need to solve this using Lagrange method. So first what we will do is, to simplify the equation, we will multiply the whole equation by x, y and z. So I multiply the given equation by x, y and z. I will do this so that the equation becomes easier. Okay. So now if I multiply these terms, in the first term you can see yz will be cancelled, so you get only x into y minus zp. In the second term you can see x and z will get cancelled and you get y into z minus x into q. Similarly, here you get xy will be cancelled, you get z into x minus y. Now, as done in previous examples, we will write the auxiliary equation. Our auxiliary equation is dx upon x into y minus z, dy upon y into z minus x, and dz upon z into x minus y. Now what we will do is, we will choose the multipliers. See, this example we need two solutions, right? So one thing can be done, if I remove this x, y and z and I add the remaining terms, then you get the denominator as 0, as we have done in previous example. Okay, so to remove this x, y and z, what I have to do is, I have to divide the first term by x, second term by y and third term by z. or I can say as I will multiply the first term by 1 by x, second by 1 by y, and third term by 1 by z. So when I multiply these terms, I have to do this in both the sides, that is in denominator and in numerator. So when I multiply by 1 by x, I get dx by x, and same way divide by x. And I will add this. If I will add this, then only I will get my denominator is 0, right? Similarly, I will multiply by 1 by y in the second term and by 1 by z in the third term. Here you can see these terms will get cancelled, and on adding these whole terms you get your denominator as 0, which can be written as each fraction. So you are only left with your numerator part, and your numerator part is dx upon x plus dy upon y plus dz upon z. Now we will integrate these terms. Now 1 upon x, integration of 1 upon x is log x, integration of 1 upon y is log y, and integration of 1 upon z is log z. We will take some constant log c1. Now we know that log a plus log b plus log c is log of abc equal to log c1. Again, if we take the exponential power, we get xyz equal to c1. So this is our first solution. Now again we need one more solution, so we need some multipliers. Okay, so what I will do is, in the first step we have divided by x, y and z. Now here you can check it once in your rough work, that if I don't multiply by any such number, and if I add all these terms as it is, do I get my denominator is 0? So if you do this in this example, you will get your denominator 0. So if I don't multiply any other such number, then we usually multiply 1. So dx plus dy plus dz, I have added all those terms as it is. When you multiply these terms and you simplify, you will find that you are getting your denominator 0, which we are writing as each fraction. So if I am getting the denominator as 0, so I will write only dx plus dy plus dz equal to 0. Okay, so on integrating this, we get x plus y plus z equal to c2, which is my another solution, and therefore the general solution is written as f of xyz into x plus y plus z equal to 0. So students, this is the most important topic of Lagrange theory, so you must be clear with this topic. Thank you.